shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
Mm-hmm.
Thy daughter.
So what? So what are those nations again? How many nations you got?
7.
7 nations, right? Now this is not Moses himself, because Moses is not gonna go into the promised land. It's Joshua that's gonna. Technician, do me a favor. Can you you probably can't do nothing to that box, man. I think we might have to go on top of the roof. You ain't gonna be able to do nothing, man. So Moses is not gonna go into the promised land. It's gonna be Joshua that's gonna go next. So when Moses is saying this right here in Deuteronomy 7, when the Lord thy God shall bring thee into the land whither thou go to possess it, and I've cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites, Girgashites, Amorites, Canaanites, Perizzites, and the Hivites and Jebusites, seven nations greater than thou, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's not going to be, like I said, it's not going to be Moses that's going in. It's going to be Joshua. So, let me see something. I want to actually see them go into the land. Let me go to Joshua. Give me 1 second, guys. Joshua 1. We're trying to walk into the promised land. I'm going through the chapters right quick. I'm at 8. I'm trying to figure out when they're going to go in. Nah. Covenant. Oh, there you go. Okay. So now we got to get down to where the Lord take them out. Because what I'm trying to look for, I'm trying to look for him having that, having the Ark of the Covenant with him. I'm killing them. All right, so let's see here. So I'm going through all the different people he's taking down. Okay, but I'm trying to just get to the gist of it. There are kings in the country which Joshua the children of Israel smote this side of Jordan, the mountains and the valleys, Hittites, Amorites, Canaanites, Perizzites, Hivites, Jebusites. Okay, so they beat them, and we gotta get into the land. I don't got to rush because the internet ain't on, so y'all give me a second. What was your question? Okay. They're not Gentiles. That's why we looked at that word and show you that it can also be covering nations as well. You know what I'm saying? So in that case, that's what it was talking about, because the Hamites are Hamites. They come out of Ham. You know what I'm saying? Right. Just it's just like I say, you know, you can interchange it just like with the heathen. The heathen would cover everything outside of Israel. So like in that case right there, where we saw where Joshua came into the land in Acts 7 and Acts 7 and 45. You know what we might need to do, y'all? We might need to run one. Just YouTube, no Facebook. Yeah, probably need to run one for now until we get the other one hooked up. Hey, Sister Tiffany. How you doing? You made it to church, eh?
I was trying to watch online, but
That's why I was off.
I said, well,
That's why, because of you.
I said, well, let me just go in, because
Huh? You gonna go? Okay. Gonna go home and get ready for atonement? All right. All right, man. It's all her fault, y'all. That's why I was off. The Lord trying to make you get to church. Now it's on. It's probably gonna work the rest of the evening. I tell you. So it says, so Acts 7 and 45, right? It says, which also our fathers that came after. Well, pick it up at 44.
Our fathers had the tabernacle of witness in the wilderness, as he had appointed, speaking unto Moses, that he should make it according to the fashion that he had seen, which also our fathers had came after, brought in with Jesus into the possession of the Gentiles.
Mm-hmm. So I think around Joshua and 11, 3 and 11, says, behold, the ark of the covenant of the Lord of all the earth passeth over before you into Jordan. So they had it at that time. After Moses had died, Joshua took over, and it's like everything was put into Joshua's hands, right? So as they get ready to go in the promised land, pay attention to what it say in 45. Which also our fathers that came after brought in with Jesus into the possession of the Gentiles, who God drave out before the face of our fathers unto the days of David. But we know he didn't drive out Nebuchadnezzar, right? It wasn't Nebuchadnezzar he drove out, because he wasn't in power at that time. When he was in power at that time, when Israel came into the land, it was actually Hamdan. Hamdan was in power, and the Lord took them down. So it's almost like he just using that word Gentiles just to cover nations. And you'll see that. You'll see that a couple times. But for the most part, when you see Gentile, it's talking about the seed of Japheth. You know what I'm saying? Sorry that it took so long, but I wasn't rushing because the internet was off. It was a way for me to deal with my frustration. I learned to take my time. So what else we got? Let me see if we can get back online. I know, man. She want to mess the class up today. Doggone class cutting in and out. All because Sister Tiffany. Let's see here. It says, why can't women teach men water of life? Let's show that comment. Also, from a biblical standpoint, how do you fix feeling disgusted with yourself? Like if someone was raped and they hate themselves, how do they fix that? What does God feel about a person feeling ashamed? Whew, Lord have mercy. That's a great question there, boy. We're going to deal with this first one and let the Holy Spirit move on the next one. You know, because I'm sure God has an answer for that. You know, me not ever experiencing a situation like that, I wouldn't know offhand, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to make light of somebody's struggle, you know. So, but I'm sure the Lord got a way. That's why he called the Comforter. You know what I'm saying? So, why can't women teach men? And it's not that women can't teach men in the sense of I can't learn something from a woman or a brother can't learn something from a woman. But just in the overall, you know, big picture, there is order. There's order, and things have to be done in order. And sometimes when things get taken out of order, you know, we're allowed to, I guess in a sense, use that card. And a lot of times, what we look at when Paul was writing that letter to Timothy and to those in Corinth, you know, we're establishing some order here. What most people don't pay attention to is that you had churches set up inside houses. So if you got a lot of chaos going on in the house and we're trying to set these churches up, right? First thing Paul got to do is set some order. You know, like right here, like I've experienced having church at the house, and I've experienced sisters getting a little too carried away, and I've experienced me telling my wife, you're going to have to shut up. I experienced another brother telling the wife, she going to have to shut up. Because it was getting out of hand. Now, it wasn't shut up like, shut up, we're going to beat you. It was like, look, y'all got to chill. Y'all, because it turned into, you know, from asking us questions, and the answer wasn't what they wanted, so it turned into, that don't make sense what y'all saying. You understand what I'm saying? And so that's how it went. It went into what y'all saying don't make sense. So it's almost like women have these superpowers. Their brains can connect at the same time, and they know when to go. And you got one brother up there trying to answer questions. You got these two sisters just attacking it. You know, so we see where this is going at, so we're going to have to shut this down. You know what I'm saying? So when you got things out of order, you got to bring order. And that's what Paul was really talking about in both 1 Corinthians 14, which we're going to flip over to, and Timothy. But at the same time, we'll also be able to see that we still can learn some things from women. Now, as far as leading the church, leading the congregation, the Lord set a man over the congregation. You don't see the Lord setting women up to lead his people. It don't work like that. You're not going to see that throughout the Bible. You know, now, and then some people, where they revert to Deborah being a prophet, clearly, that lets you know that God worked through everybody, right? But you still didn't see her leading no church. Matter of fact, the king even went to her to get guidance. He would not go to war unless she came. He's like, nope, I ain't going unless you come. She's like, get up, you scared. You forgot what the Lord said? You a punk. You know what I'm saying? So, and he went because she came. So just go to show you that, look, the Lord will use anybody. But as far as like standing over the congregation, leading the congregation, you're not going to see that. And that's more so what it leans toward when we talk about a woman not teaching and stuff like that. But at the same time, you know, we have to abide by the order as well, though. Because if a man is smart, a man will be smart enough to know that he don't know everything. And a lot of times, 99, okay, 95%,
A lot.
99. We're gonna say 99.99999%. The woman is smarter than the man. I just left that little 0.1% out there, but for the most part, we ain't got y'all. Y'all super smart. You know, so if you wise as a man, you know that. You know how to use your resources, you know. But it still has to be done in order. Just like you going to work for a job or something like that, you come in contact with the boss. You know, as a woman, you're not going to throw your womanhood around. You know, you're going to lose that job. So you also have a job inside the household, inside of a marriage. You know, you have to respect the position that the Lord has given everybody. Not meaning that you're less of a person and nothing like that. It's just that God got order. And a lot of reason, the main reason why that order had to be set up is because women stepped out of line and talked to Satan. You know, and because of that, this is why the Lord put power on the woman's head because of the angel. You know, not being able to resist Satan. You know, and that's why he deceived the woman. The Bible tell you that the woman was deceived. The man wasn't deceived, but the woman was deceived being in the transgression. Then 1 Corinthians 11 lets you know that because it is, you know, she got to have power on her head because of the angels. But 1 Corinthians 14 first, and we'll come back to Timothy. 1 Corinthians 14. That looks crazy. It's still on, y'all? Well, I tell you. Where was you at, outside or something? You was in Marietta or something?
I'm in Marietta.
That's where you was at? Trying to watch?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And I'm like, I'm just going to have to go to church because I can't see.
Well, that was a hint. That means you need to be keeping the Sabbath, right? I don't know if it was for you.
At home.
Oh, no, that ain't what he said, though. He said have a holy convocation. Yeah, he